Imagine a child leaving school knowing they're unlikely to have much to eat when they get home. Imagine a friend laid off and eventually evicted from their home. Imagine riding a bus 2 hours to the nearest grocery store to provide healthy food for your family. Things like race bias, income, education level, and food access affect people's chances to be healthy. This is where the Social Impact Fund story begins.
Social Impact Fund is a nonprofit impact fund with the goal of creating health equity. And the Social Impact Fund invests in community-based solutions that are reducing both the economic and social barriers to health equity by supporting nonprofits and for-profits with either grants or low-interest loans that enable those entrepreneurs solutions to drive to scale, and for us to help build an evidence base of what's working by the community for the community.
The Social Impact Fund allows small businesses to basically be a part of the solution as we deal with inequities. Opposed to someone telling us what to do, we can partner with the Social Impact Fund, the American Heart Association, to say, this is what we are doing. This is what we see. Can you help us do it?
We're able to drive measurable impact quickly. We're really good at taking big ideas and big commitments and turning them into tangible, measurable results in the communities that our corporations, individuals, and foundations want to drive change in.
The unique thing about the Social Impact Fund, it's one of the first foundations to recognize that social impact comes from more than just the nonprofit sector. The fact that you opened up the pool of available actors that were eligible for funding is unheard of. No one else is doing it. This type of funding is not available for small businesses.
I think businesses like myself are creating new approaches to addressing some of the world's largest issues. And some of these approaches have not been seen before. And I think the fund, like the Social Impact Fund from the American Heart Association, gives some of these approaches a chance to live and to thrive. I would say that's why the fund is so important. You know, they don't necessarily focus on what's been done and what's normal. They focus on investing in new strategies and new ways of tackling some of the world's largest problems.
For a lot of startup founders, especially entrepreneurs of color, fundraising is challenging. With support of the fund, we'll be able to increase our earned revenue and think of new business lines that we can offer community members during the pandemic.
The AHA is really good at sourcing and reaching organizations that are under the traditional radar of traditional funders and bringing them into the fold, but then providing the right flexible support to get to those groups to scale, and then building out the evidence so that other resources can go to the most effective solutions.
There's a lot of really promising social entrepreneurs and startup nonprofits and social enterprises that have fantastic ideas with the potential to transform communities for the better in a variety of different ways. If there were more programs like the AHA Social Impact Fund, I think we'd see more promising startups not only just come to life, but also go to scale. I think you'd see more rapid innovation.
The benefit of investing in leaders of color that are creating solutions for their community is that they offer an authentic perspective. And through that perspective, they usually offer more holistic solutions that lead to economic empowerment.
They don't just give you a check and say, hey, go. You know, they give you funds, but also an opportunity to really grow as an organization, as a leader, as well as to think strategically about your business and your concept of serving the individuals that you're working with.
If you want to make a real change and have a real lasting impact, this Social Impact Fund is where the rubber hits the road. This is not just about giving, it's about changing their way of life. It's about changing the trajectory of folks' lives.
There's a lot of people that say they want equity. Our fund is a way to actually drive real equity. And that it's time to really take a step back and reimagine how do you invest in solutions that drive measurable, lasting change. And we want those partners to come alongside us to bring not only their resources, but their ideas so that we can collectively drive impact and create a country that's more equitable in the future.